Hi everyone. Today we're going to write a function, selective sum, that takes in an integer n and a predicate function cond. Now the purpose of this function is that we want to return the sum of all positive integers up to n. So that's 1, 2, 3, all the way up to n, for which the predicate function is true. Now let's start understanding this question by first understanding what a predicate function is. A predicate function is essentially just a fancy name for a function that takes in an argument and returns either true or false. Next, let's take a look at the examples given in the problem statement. In the first example here, we are given a lambda function is odd, which returns true if a number is odd and false otherwise. The selective sum then takes 5 and is odd as its arguments, and the expected result is 9. This is because we would like to sum up all the positive numbers up to 5, where is odd returns true, which is 5 plus 3 plus 1, which is 9. We can see a similar example here in bigger than 10. Now, in the third example, we're given a negative number. And we know that -1 here is an odd number. So why is the result 0 and not -1? This is because the problem specifically asks us for positive integers. So all numbers less than or equal to 0 should not be summed. On that note, we'll start solving this problem with the base case. As we established before, we are not summing any numbers less than or equal to 0. So if n is less than equal to 0, then we don't have any positive integers left to add up. Therefore, we are summing up nothing. So we should return 0. This is our base case. Now let's move on to the recursive step. Remember, we want to keep only the numbers that satisfy the predicate function. How do we do this? So of course, we need to check cond on integer n. So there are two possible outcomes of cond n, whether n satisfy the condition or it doesn't. If cond n returns true, then we would like to keep n and then add it to the rest of the numbers that fulfill cond. If cond n returns false, then we do not want to sum in n. We want to skip over it. So we know that if cond n is true, then we want to return n plus something, plus blah, blah, blah. If not, if it's false, we'll only return blah, 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 without summing n to it. Now, how do we fill out this void? This should be filled out with the sum of the rest of the positive integers that we want to sum up, but excluding n, which means it's positive integers up to n minus 1. But we don't want to add all of n minus 1 integers, right? No, we'd like to check if all the numbers up to n minus 1 fulfills cond. Therefore, here's where the recursion comes in. We would like to call again selective sum on n minus 1, and the condition is still the same, to add to n. This will get the sum of all the numbers up to n minus 1 that fills the predicate function. If false, we won't add n to it, and we'll just have the call to selective sum again. This same call. And there you have it. That's the final solution. Thank you.